What's going on, everybody out there at YouTube? So, over the weekend and I guess the Thursday, Friday, I got one of the biggest hauls I've ever gotten. And 90% of it did not come from a Goodwill, thrift store, auction. It all came from a buddy of mine with the Ewaste thing and a few local guys at the storage place bringing stuff in. But it's an awesome haul. So I'll get the camera turned around and we'll take a look at everything I got. So there it all is. There's so much. I'm not going to go through everything because it would take forever. We'll start in the boxes. So a lot of this came from the guy I know with the e-waste. So these are all old CBs, old chargers, transistors. There's actually, if you guys ever see this company, this is actually something to do with a vintage 60s RC plane. I'll make a little video on that because it turns out it's worth about $100 and I've never come across one before. But yeah, we got that stuff. Yeah, there's all old CBs, old radios. It all brings pretty good money. It's all dirty, needs to be cleaned. That's what you get for an e-waste bin. I got a lot of consoles. So this is just basically all the controllers and wires. There's more controllers and there's more plugs and wires than there are consoles, so that's good. I'll have extras. It's just so much stuff. Just cards, computer parts, a very old and cool vintage flashlight. If it focuses on it, there it goes. That thing's pretty cool. I have no idea what it'll bring. Made in the USA. We'll see. Yeah, even if you guys come across these, they're like the little handheld plug and play games. They always do really good. I don't know, there must be a following for plug and plays. They're not that good at games, really, but people collect them. This alone brings about $25 used, which I couldn't believe, even in the condition it's in. It's just a fishing game. A lot of different joysticks, stuff like that. That's an old Atari joystick, so that'll do pretty good. Old keyboards, another old Atari joystick. Old keyboards, pick them up if they're vintage IBM. And they have, oh, this one has a converter plug on it, but if they have, I'll take that off. That is a PS1 plug is what it's called. The first one you saw was a PS2 and then it went to USB. These bring good money for the old retro computer guys. It does really well. That one will actually probably bring $80 plus. A whole bunch of video games. They're all PC games. They won't do that good. I'll probably sell them in a lot. More N64 controllers. One of the only things that did come from the Goodwill, some laser discs, and actually a buddy of mine got me some too that I deal with. They look like records. They're the size of a record. I'll make a video on what to look for laser discs one of these days for you guys. I'll pull one out here so you can see. Yeah, they all do really good. Laser discs, watch for them. They're the size of records and they look like giant CDs. So yeah, laser discs, they're pretty cool. There's some titles you really want to watch for, especially horror, the Star Wars Definitive Edition. Really big movie buffs like these because some of these editions and releases were never re-released on DVD, Blu-ray, stuff like that. You know, you want to look for like CAV versions and collectibles and stuff. Yeah, those will do decent for me. More My Little Pony stuff. This is just a bag of some toys and stuff like that. There's no real value there. Those were left in a storage, those picture frames, so I'm going to list them locally. I don't know, I'll get 20 bucks a piece. That's going to go in my bar room. I've had that for a while though. Going up on the table, there's a lot more. This is a newer model from 2000. It's huge, like it's massive. It still brings pretty good money, even without all the parts. This thing's bringing $80 plus. And this one actually does have, if I can remember where it opens, a lot of the parts on the inside. It's pretty detailed, it's pretty neat. So these all pop off and open up, everything spins and moves. It's pretty wild, neat thing. We'll go back around here. We got a couple board games, Micro Machines, sorry, which are pretty good if you find in the box. Old Harley handlebars. I don't know, I'm just kind of going through everything quickly. More vintage computer parts that I always do good on. Those are the 5 1/4 inch floppy drives. A Top Gun game for the PC that came with the Top Gun joystick. So that's pretty cool. That'll get sold as a lot. Old Polaroid camera. What else have we got here? A bunch of GameCubes. They are pretty beat up, so they're not going to bring top dollar. Mind you, the top one though, guys, when you're looking at GameCubes and they got one of those attached, if you see that on the bottom, this right here, that is a Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I think it plays Game Boy Advance games too. Those bring $80 on the Canadian FBA alone, just those. So that's pretty cool. What else we got? PS2 games, Xbox, PS3 games, nothing crazy in there. Those will probably all get lotted up and just sold like that. So many consoles, guys. There's a couple Sega Genesis, Model 1, Model 2. There's 4 N64s. One of them has the red jumper pack, and when you guys are looking at N64s, pop these out and look for a red jumper pack. It'll be the last one I look at, right? That'll be the jumper pack. There it is. So you guys want to look for that right there. Not that. That is not a jumper pack. That is. It's like they call it a jumper pack, expansion pack. It allows you to play certain games. Other games it gives better graphics and things like that. The N64s are a little dirty. The Crystal Xbox is pretty clean. It won't need a lot of cleaning. This is another Millennium Falcon, but this one's actually from '78, so it's really old. It's not as big as that son of a bitch over there, but it's still a good size. These bring good money too. This one's a little beat up and not complete. Someone will still use it for parts. Old Coleco Telestar, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's Pong. Here's how you control the Pong paddles. It works. All this stuff works. It's really dirty and has to be cleaned. 3 PlayStation 1s, a PS1. There's a NES under there. A couple more Xbox games. There's a few good GameCube games in here. Xbox Fable's not bad for Xbox. Piano 3's good. The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. The Mario Kart Double Dash will do good. The rest are nothing really to brag about. Couple old, I got more hiding around in boxes here. These are old Dinky toys, made in England. They're from usually about the 60s. They do pretty good. I get anywhere $20 to $40 a piece depending on what kind they are. This one will probably only bring about 18. If it ever focuses. There we go. Yeah, that'll bring about 18. This is pretty cool. Old Lionel Dinky toys. The old military ones do really good. Really old vintage pins. They'll probably get put on Etsy in a lot. Game Boy Advance. Now the Game Boy Advances, this one won't bring as much. I doubt this will focus. We'll try and get it too. Okay, so when you guys are looking at Game Boy Advances, the SPs, if you see one that says AGS 101, it will bring double the value of the ones that don't say 101 because they used a different sort of backlit LED screen and it looked a lot nicer. Just a little tip for you guys there. This will do really good. Legend of Zelda. It still actually has the map and the manual. The manual's a little beat up, but it still adds value to the collectors. There's Game Boy games under there, some Game Boy Advance games. A couple good N64 games, like that one's a good one. The ones that are pretty beat up like that, they'll just get tossed in with a console for free. Pokemon Stadium, Rainbow 2's decent. What do we got there? Penny Racer, Wipeout 64, Star Fox 64 will be a good one, Pokemon Stadium. Super Smash Bros is obviously a really good one. Creatures is good, Pokemon Snap's good. Another Zelda one, so I mean in N64 games there's over $100 there easily. So there you go, that's another old vintage CB in the box, a Citizen one, that one will do pretty good. And all this, I'm not a lot into it because like I said, the Ewaste guy gets it, so it's free to him. He also picks up some odd weird things, like he got that old Millennium Falcon for me and stuff like that. So we work out good deals and it all works for me. It saves me going outsourcing and he gets me all this cool stuff. Oh, and I got, so I can test these consoles here now, a Batman TV. It's just a little 13-inch, it works. Because I was taking all the consoles home, testing them, bringing them back here. Now I can just test them here real quick. It even came with a remote, if I can find it in this heap of stuff. And it looks like the Batman thing he throws. It's kind of cool. No one will really buy the thing. It is a CRT TV. But whatever. It's cool for testing my stuff. There you go, guys. That's everything. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what else you want to see. If you want to see some more how-tos or some more haul videos. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.